This is Anime Out of Context, a comedy review podcast hosted by a weeb of the highest order, alongside a cynical man who knows nothing about anime. Our show features spoilers, explicit language, and poor fact-checking. Neither of our hosts are experts on any topic, and none of their opinions should be taken as fact. Thank you for listening, and enjoy.
Hello and welcome to Anime Out of Context, the show where I attempt to explain the sometimes weird, sometimes wonderful, but always hilarious world of anime.
And just like cranberries on a Thanksgiving dinner, I am generally unwanted here.
I'm Shaun Rollins.
I'm Remington Chase.
The fuck you have against cranberries?
Oh, do you disagree? Are you saying that you want me, Shaun? I'm so flattered. He's fallen for my ploy, boys.
Oh, great. Remington's delving into tsundere romance territory. This is not what I wanted.
I've proven that he wants me all along.
Oh, God. Well, to be honest, Rem, I am thankful. Thankful for you, thankful for my friends, but most importantly, thankful for delicious, delicious food on Thanksgiving, including cranberry sauce, because fuck you! Cranberry is fantastic. Cranberry sauce is legit, and craisins are obviously the superior raisin.
Well, the craisins are just objectively better raisins. That I cannot deny in any way, nor do I think any sane person can deny. Anime Out of Context brought to you by Craisins, our number one sponsor.
Hey, Ocean Spray, get at us. We will whore out your craisins till the day I die.
Oh, that's a sponsorship we need in our lives.
Oh, that would be amazing. Craisins, please, add us. I'd love this. But no, Remington, it should be our Thanksgiving special since, Thanksgiving is American Thanksgiving, I should specify. You Canadians and celebrating things early.
Yeah, don't be silly. And also, Liberians celebrate Thanksgiving. Don't worry about it. I know nothing about it other than that they celebrate Thanksgiving.
Are you sure it's Thanksgiving?
Yes.
Okay. Because, that's going in the podcast. And if you're wrong, we're going to have some angry folks at us.
To our many Liberian listeners.
I would love it if the majority of our fan base was from Liberia.
Oh, man, that'd be great. Liberia, we love you. If you are a Liberian listener, you're our favorite.
And if you're a librarian listener...
you're also real neat.
Yeah, keep
Go
it up,
librarians.
Man. Books are great. I almost wanted to be a librarian.
Can we keep stalling? Because that means I don't have to watch anime.
Well... The thing is, Remington, people do like a little bit of banter before podcasts, I've come to realize. They like a little bit of humanness. They want some conversation. They want they want us to seem like actual people who deserve to be loved and cared for.
Yeah, what they really want, they don't want the content of our podcast. They want us to talk 20 minutes about just our days, how our lives are going, before getting to what they actually came here for.
Yeah, while we're at it, why don't you like and subscribe, guys? hey. But all jokes aside, Rem, because as this is a comedy podcast, we have to get rid of those.
Oh yeah, of course, we gotta get rid of those. We've done our laughing for the episode. There shall be no more jokes or laughs this point forward.
Yep, so. We have to take this Thanksgiving special very seriously. So let's talk about Native Americans. We love them.
We do. We adore Native Americans, and that's why we came here to share very peacefully your land with you.
Share the land, share the love, and share our delicious smallpox. That's not going in, I hope.
All right, so, it's definitely going in.
Oh, good. To redeem myself, if you are in the Utah area, please visit the National History Museum. They have a fantastic exhibit on a lot of Native American culture.
So what are we jumping into this week, Shaun?
Well, Remington, I wanted to show how thankful I am for you.
Oh, fuck.
So I wanted to pick something that would be both wonderful and thankful and just really show how much I appreciate you as a person.
Uh-huh.
So we're watching something really depraved and raunchy.
Yep.
Oh, no, I wouldn't do that to you on Thanksgiving.
You fucking would.
What are you talking about?
I don't know, but like statistics, just look back at whatever we did 1 year ago and tell me if it was terrible and or raunchy. Because statistically, there's a really good fucking chance.
I mean, it is anime. But no, Remington, today I wanted to delve into the thing that really made you you.
Oh.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest things that we share in common, actually. Because without this show, I don't think we'd be the people we are today.
Well, this is spooky.
You know, it defined a generation. Our generation, the generation before, the generation after. Okay, maybe I'm a bit excessive on the generation before. I mean, beginning of the millennial area, let's just say.
Okay.
I don't know how many Gen Xers were into this, but I'm sure there are quite a few.
And then all of those great boomer weebs.
The boomer weebs. Those are my favorite, personally. You know, Trump, actually, he...
super into it.
Yeah, no, his favorite anime is unfortunately Sword Art Online.
It's real. It's you can see it in his governance.
Oh, God. Hey, remember to vote, folks. But no, Remington, the show that we're going to delve in today is none other than Pokemon.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, we mentioned it last time. This has potential to be great, potential to be less so.
Well, Remington, we've done one Pokemon episode already. We did the hit because it hit you right in the face like a ton of bricks movie, I Choose You Pokemon movie.
Where Pikachu famously spoke human words.
Yep, because I always want to be with you, Rem.
Yay.
And that's what being thankful is all about. But no, Rem, this time I thought we'd actually jump into the series itself because, you know, the movies were okay. Some of them are great. Some of them are some of them are just
Some of them
why?
Sort of traumatized me as a child.
Yes. Wait, which one traumatized you as a child?
Man, shit got emotional, okay?
Let me guess. It has to do with the magic of turning to stone?
Yeah, that shit was fucked up when I was like 4.
I mean, it's a little fucked up when you're an adult, too. I mean, this is a 10-year-old kid being turned to stone while his pets cry over his loss.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, see, that's reasonable trauma as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I just feel like the scope between 4 and now is a bit bigger than you're expecting. But no, we're not watching that movie today, but we will at some point because it's been recommended. But no, Remington, I wanted to watch the series because the series has a long history to it.
Oh, yeah.
And by long history, I mean ever since it came out over 20 years ago, it's still going.
All right, and so which one are we doing? Because there are many.
Oh, Remington, what kind of fool would I be to not start from the beginning? You know, the Indigo League, Kanto region, that nostalgia factor, Brock's Jelly Donuts.
Yeah, of course, the great Jelly Donuts. Now, I do have to clarify here because last time we did Pokemon, you also talked about starting from the beginning, and that was sort of technically true.
It is.
But I have to ask if we're starting from the beginning in the same way, or if we're actually starting from the beginning.
We are starting from a beginning.
Oh, here we go. You fucking knew it. I see through you, Mr. Rollins.
Well, because, Remington, you know what Pokemon is also famous for?
What?
Controversy.
Hey!
Because what with the, recent release of Sword and Shield, which I definitely did not buy, even though I heavily disagreed with all of Game Freak's
Here, I'm going to give just my quick whole spiel about Sword and Shield right now.
All right, hit me with it.
From what I can tell, it's a perfectly enjoyable game, perfectly fun game. And that is not at all the dilemma. The dilemma is the trend that is happening, not only with Game Freak, but other studios as well, producing messier and less quality things, and especially them lying about reasons for things, because that is real fucked up. And so the dishonesty as well as the general messy trends that it's leading, those are the problems rather than the actual game itself.
Yeah, because I will say the game is pretty entertaining. Because I definitely didn't buy it. No. I didn't drop $60 on half of a game. That would be ridiculous.
Oof.
It's not like I have a deep-seated emotional connection to Pokemon that compels me to buy. Yeah, but that aside, Remington, the controversy I want to talk about today is about a big change that happened to the Pokemon series that a lot of people were very upset with.
Oh?
Remington, how familiar are you with the most recent anime series, Pokemon Sun and Moon?
Not very at all.
Really?
I I generally know a few of the Pokemon, and I would say I likely know or can recognize most of the Pokemon. But that's it. Other than that.
Yeah, you didn't actually get to play Sun and Moon, did you?
No.
It's pretty good. It's
so
okay.
I've heard good things. I dropped off. I haven't really played a Pokemon game completely since Black and White. I think I did not play Black and White completely, and everything after that I have not played completely or at all.
Fair, honestly. X and Y, pretty decent. Although Sun and Moon, also pretty decent for various reasons. But of course, it's Pokemon, and it's kind of hard not to immediately fall in love with Pokemon because we have been brainwashed as children.
Of course.
Which is partially why the Sun and Moon anime had a huge string of controversy attached to it.
All right.
Because Remington, the Ash Ketchum we know and love, or the Satoshi if you prefer the original Japanese.
I don't. I prefer it nice and Americanized.
With your jelly donuts?
Yeah.
God. I actually watched a video where a fella made Brock's jelly donuts. He actually made jelly donuts in the shape of onigiri, and it was
that's
fantastic.
amazing. I love that.
Yeah, it was a great goof, and then the next day he made a video about onigiri, which I appreciated as well.
10 out of 10.
But no, the big controversy, Remington, is that they completely changed the art style of the anime.
Oh, okay.
Like, drastically.
I feel like, through the years, it's changed.
Oh, yeah, of course. It's changed. It's gotten cleaner and more cuts. The Pokemon animations have been better and better and more lifelike. Not that you can say that about the games.
Pikachu's got leaner.
That is true. He has lost a lot of weight, which is impressive. But no, the biggest change was it was a complete art style shift. The Pokemon look about the same. I mean, you can't really change the way Pokemon look.
Of course.
But all the humans and characters are, for lack of a better term, rounder.
Okay.
Yeah, they got rid of a lot of the typical sharp lines you see in anime and simplified the overall character models quite a bit so that the characters are a bit more, honestly, I think it's because they're easier to animate for one. And two...
So it's sort of moving away from some more like light shonen aesthetics to more just child-friendly aesthetics.
Yeah, like a pure shonen, as it were.
Yeah.
Directly made for younger kids, which is fine. It's very cartoony right now, and a lot of people fucking hated that, Remington. Like, they were upset. There were so many memes and rants about, look at what they did to my boy. He's all squashed. And I thought to myself, wow, yeah, it's different, but it's still Pokemon.
Yeah, here are my thoughts. Just based on hearing about it, I don't think it's a big deal at all. We'll see how I feel about it when I see it, of course. But right now, I don't really care.
Yeah, I didn't think you would, Rev.
Especially, like, it's existed for so long, it's gone through so many different changes that, sure, maybe a dramatic shift is jarring, but frankly, I think it would be great if... I would love it, and I think this would fix a lot of things, if Pokemon just became able to be licensed by anyone, and so anybody could have their different takes on Pokemon. I think that's sort of what Pokemon might need. Of course, this will not happen. No.
Oh, of course not.
It's the highest grossing intellectual property ever. There's no chance that they're going to make it
open license?
Yeah, open license. Though if it was open license, oh my god, there'd be so many great things.
Right, we could finally get that grimdark adult Pokemon game we've always wanted.
Yeah, like, there's just so much that's possible, because let's face it, guys, Pokemon, the anime, the games, there's definitely been changes, but none of them have been too crazy.
Hey.
It's still...
Hey, Rem.
It's still Pokemon.
Let's not get out of hand here. Haven't you seen the most recent abilities in Sword and Shield? They get bigger now.
They do get I'm sorry, I was completely wrong. They do get bigger now.
Yeah, no, before we had,
it's a revolution.
We had temporary ultimate evolutions, with the mega evolutions. And
forget about those.
We also had Z moves, which were really
Forget
cool.
about those. They're gone.
No. They get bigger now.
All right, so...
and that's innovation of the highest degree.
So I don't think this is a huge deal, the controversy. I think it's fine. I think, if anything, I'm in favor of dramatic change when it comes to Pokemon. I may disagree with this specific change. We will see. But dramatic change is so encouraged with something like Pokemon. I love Pokemon. Good God, it needs some dramatic changes to just stop being so similar unto itself.
Yeah, seriously. I agree agree with you fully, Remington, and that's why I figured I'd do this for a Thanksgiving episode, because one, it has a little bit of controversy, which, our show apparently can't exist without, but two, because...
Why would you bring something controversial into something so uncontroversial as Thanksgiving and early European imperialism into the Americas, Shaun?
Columbus Day is still a thing, isn't it?
Well, I mean, sort of. They're working on changing it.
Getting rid of it.
Why would you change it on such an uncontroversial figure as that? I don't understand, Shaun. Why are they trying to rip away our completely pure and flawless history where we never did anything? The story of America.
The story of Remington, more like. I feel like that's been your mantra for this entire podcast.
We're not like those ridiculous Japanese imperialism, okay? We would never come close to anything like that.
Oh, dear. This is fun. I'm trying to figure out how many countries we've been banned from at this point, because I know Russia won't let us in. And pretty soon, America's going to kick our asses out.
It'll be fine.
The only place we'll be able to survive is Canada, because everybody's much nicer.
I'm a goddamn patriot, Shaun. I don't give a fuck.
That's the issue, actually. But Remington, so with the Sun and Moon anime, turns out it was really long running, like much longer than I expected. When I decided that I wanted to do another Pokemon episode for Thanksgiving, I thought to myself, should I just do the Indigo League stuff? Get back to basics. But then again, I thought, I haven't actually seen much of the Sun and Moon anime. It can't be as long as the Indigo League stuff. I was wrong.
Oh, fuck.
It's longer.
How many episodes is it?
Currently, it's about 126.
What the actual fuck?
It recently wrapped up with it in the last couple of months.
Holy shit.
And it started in 2016 when the Sun and Moon games came out.
Oh my god.
Right? I was blown away. Granted, I assume it recently wrapped up because they're probably working on the Sword and Shield anime, because, let's be real, that's the way it goes.
Oh my god.
And that's just Sun and Moon, Remington. Think about it this way. There's 5 other generations of Pokemon episodes. It's a show that's been running for over 20 years.
So first of all, heavily disagree with how long. But second of all, at least this is a little bit more acceptable than many of the other super action-filled shonen, I think, because the audience, the demographic is a little bit younger, let's face it.
What, you're saying that me as a grown-ass adult can't enjoy this very clearly kids show with pocket monsters beating the shit out of each other?
No, you definitely can. It's just that it may be less binge-worthy because it's less meant to binge and more meant to get little chillin' out to their screens.
Excuse me, little chillin'?
Yep, little chillin' out to their screens and just watching more and more Pokemon. It doesn't matter what the fuck it is. I don't have a lot of hope that it's going to be a masterpiece, but I do like Pokemon.
You do like Pokemon, that is true. I'm looking right here, and I just Googled Pokemon episode count, because I was curious.
Yep.
Clicked on the Wikipedia page, and I scrolled all the way down to the bottom. Oh god. Upwards of 600 episodes.
Oh god.
659 was an episode in 2011.
Wait, so I have to ask you a question. How many episodes are we watching today? Surely you weren't going to be so thankful to try and get me to watch 124.
I mean, Remington, if I tried to do that, you would probably no longer be with us.
Yeah, I would be dead.
You would look straight into the back of a Shedinja and just offer your soul up, or to one of the various other ghost Pokemon.
I'm a child at heart. Just Drifloom me up, baby.
I'm not certain you'd be that lucky. You might have the sad ending of Phantump, or where you just get lost in the woods.
That's fine.
Or you might just be playing with a Litwick and your soul might get burnt up. Who knows?
I love those adorable little souls.
Yeah, ghost Pokemon are my favorite. Did you know that?
That's great.
Yeah, ghost Pokemon.
So how many are we doing?
Ram. Honestly, we could probably only do one episode and be fine because it's Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean,
but so I think I'm just gonna
what you're gonna get.
3 to 5.
All right, cool.
Nothing
cool.
major.
Normal.
I'm not gonna use the bullshit rule on Pokemon because you fucking know what Pokemon is.
Thank God.
I just want you to get a feel for this new series, what it's like, what the flavor is.
And then put my voice in the controversy. controversy.
Yeah.
Which is such a rare thing made to
Yeah,
do.
most people these days, thankfully, are okay with the change. Like most people who genuinely like Pokemon. But there are just those still vocal people who are like, he's so round, he's so squashed. He's an immortal 10-year-old. Deal with it.
All right, well, let's go check out this squashed immortal 10-year-old.
It's a lot darker than I pictured it, but that's okay. All right, Remington, let's go watch some Pokemon Sun and Moon. Gentlemen, we are back after consuming 3 whole episodes of the interesting version of Pokemon known as Pokemon Sun and Moon. And Remington, I want to know, what are your thoughts? Did you get blasted back to your childhood, or were you just as confused as you are with most other shows we watch?
No, I fortunately, I did understand, largely because I have foundations in Pokemon. I get it. A lot of the newer stuff, still a little bit weird and confusing, especially their pronunciations of nearly everything. What the fuck is that? But overall, it was at least comprehensible.
Just for some clarification, we did watch the dub because that was the most easily accessible one on Netflix. And, there's some interesting phrasings in there and some interesting dialogue choices.
Who pronounces it Mimikyu? It's just Mimikyu, because it's mimicking it.
Yeah, no, trust me, there's a lot of weird pronunciations in that show.
Yeah, did not like those bits. But overall, it was a nice, unoffensive kids show.
Unoffensive?
Yeah, I think if you are like 4 to 10, this is your jam.
So you mean the actual age group?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, like I think it nails it for that. Definitely for that demographic is how I would describe it.
But Remington, everybody loves Pokemon.
And, it was generally enjoyable to see my favorite bits. I think Pokemon does genuinely do quite well when it actually handles the Pokemon and their interactions with one another. And I would even say, like, it's nice to see the world behind them, which often they will just completely ignore. But when they don't, it's very pleasant. Like the very opening of this season was actually very nice because you got a lot of those world blending elements, which was nice to see.
Yeah, plenty of Pokemon in the background doing their thing. Little cute images of Pokemon new and old.
Which I'll be honest, the slice of life Pokemon stuff is what I like best. Like the actual story plots, I can hardly give a shit. But just seeing Pokemon out in the world doing things, that is top tier stuff.
So what you're saying is you want a Moe slice of life show just with Pokemon.
God, yes.
That'd be so good, actually.
I'd be all in.
Yeah, no, it's just like you have all these people violently fighting in the background, and then there's just a group of people just hanging out with their Mimikyus and their Sobbles and all that stuff.
For Pokemon, I want one of two things. I don't give a shit about the battling really anymore. Though I will say the battling, it's fine. Sure, whatever, it's fine. We didn't even really see much battling yet in this one, which is fine.
Yeah, no, the first 3 episodes were my primarily exposition and setting, which, that's what you need in a Pokemon anime.
Yeah, no one has any idea what the fuck Pokemon is, and then you have Oblivious Ash, who even though at first I thought they were doing like a full reset on him because he was so clueless. Now it's just
no,
he's just that clueless.
He's that clueless at the start of every new Pokemon series, and they are all canonical and chronological.
But see, what I want from my immortal 10-year-olds, if I could make a perfect Pokemon, it would either be Pokemon mixed with Umaru-chan, just Moe slice of life, or or it would be Pokemon mixed with Death Note. And those are the two those are the 2 types of Pokemon that I want in the world. And it's unfortunate that there's just not enough of either.
I will take a berry and eat it.
Fuck yeah, brother. Like, that would be amazing. I would love that so much, and it will never come for very obvious reasons, but wouldn't it be amazing if it did?
Look, the Pokemon fan base is big enough. Maybe they'll make some fan games or fan animations that'll be right up their alley.
And then they'll be taken down.
Because Nintendo takes no prisoners. We'll be lucky if this episode even makes it out.
Yeah, just discussing it and we're fucked.
Yeah, exactly. Someone will be searching through our bullet-riddled corpses, and they'll find our lost Pokemon episode where we talk about Pokemon and any of its problems.
Nintendo, don't fuck with them, okay?
Yeah, or else you're gonna be demonetized.
Fortunately, we're just not monetized
Yeah,
yet.
so we're safe.
We're already broke-ass bitches.
They can do nothing to us. Except horribly murder us in our sleep for our opinions on Pokemon.
I mean, but at the same time, we're millennials, so death is but a sweet release.
So sweet, yet so far away, it seems. Okay, Remington, then let's get into a bit more specifics. What about the new art style? What did you think?
It's Pokemon. There's no big deal. It's fine. It's pretty. Everything is. I will say there were some bits that seemed to deviate from the art style. Namely, and this is one of my biggest gripes with the show so far. There's a little electric goblin named Sophocles.
Sophocles, yes.
Whose art style just does not fit the show. Like, his face is completely different from anybody else's faces. He doesn't seem like a person. He seems like he should be in off-brand Digimon. It was weird. It was weird. He was weird. Other than him, it was fine. It was Pokemon.
That's racist. What did poor Sophocles ever do to you?
Just be generally shitty. Also, why Sophocles? He ain't a Greek playwright, nor does he have any semblance towards one. It's stupid. And I asked you, and you explained, oh, well, they're all named after, this is my Shaun impersonation. They're all named after flowers. And you see, there's this one flower that sort of sounds like Sophocles. So it's Sophocles. Wait, but that's bullshit.
I'm gonna murder you in your sleep. Nintendo isn't gonna get a chance with you. I'm coming straight for you.
It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, no, all of the characters in the Alola region, all the major ones at least, have names with origins related to flowers. And the flower for Sophocles is the, oh god, I'm going to pronounce this horribly wrong probably. It's the Sephora chrysophylla. And, the actual Hawaiian name for that flower is the Mamane, which in Japanese, that's what his name is Mamane.
Just make his name Mamane.
Nah, that's too weird, even though...
Oh, yeah. You know how often us 5-year-old kids are so familiar with Sophocles.
I mean, Sophocles, Sephora, it's there.
It's pushing it.
I mean, in other languages, his name is Chris.
Oh, but that's far too exotic.
Nah, man, Sophocles, it's fine. It's fine.
Oh, man. All right, but other than Sophocles, the art style, A-okay with me. Anybody who disagrees with it, you're just bad and wrong.
You want to know what my favorite part about all of these new companions for Ash are?
What?
If you look up anything about them on the wikis, you have to deal with both game data and anime data.
Oh, of course.
So nobody's certain exactly how old any of these characters are. So for all of them, they are listed between the ages of 11 and 19.
Okay, well, that's a wide range.
So
Sophocles, you gotta hope he's hitting towards that 11 or 12 range rather than that 19 range.
Got some bad news for you. I'm pretty dang sure, because all of those companion characters are also the gym leaders for the Alola games.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Sophocles is a gym leader?
Technically, no. There's no gyms in the Alola region. There's the trials, which are like gyms, just rather than fighting a bunch of trainers and fighting a trainer at the end. You fight the trainer at the beginning, you go through, you fight a bunch of wild Pokemon in a weird puzzle thing, and then you go through and you fight a big Pokemon at the end. But basically, he's basically the gym leader, the electric one.
I hate that a lot.
What? You don't think he could be a great electric trainer?
No, every other side character is fine. Albeit one is just a goddamn Sasuke. But everyone is fine, except Sophocles.
He's not that bad.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
I've seen much worse in Pokemon.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Pokemon generally has some pretty deep valleys, all things considered. I mean, good God, as we briefly touched on, there's so many episodes of Pokemon. There are going to be some real deep valleys. But Sophocles, he's one of them.
Fair enough. But what'd you think of the other characters that we got introduced to? That being Lana, Kiawe, and Mallow.
All right. Is Lana the blue one?
That is the blue one, yes.
Hardly done anything. She seems fine. Mallow, who is the green one, I think they're color coordinated.
Very much so.
And she sees the main companion. It's given me the impression of.
And we only watched 3 episodes because it's Pokemon.
Yeah,
we knew what we were getting.
I got
into.
a grasp of Pokemon.
Yeah.
I don't need too much of an introduction.
I mean, if people want us to go back to it and get into the real nitty-gritty details of what makes Pokemon complex
I don't know,
and the relationships throughout.
I don't know, man.
We might do that, but we might not do it in chronological order because Remington, for the research for this anime, I did what I thought would be the most appropriate. I just played Pokemon Sun and Moon again.
Yeah, I mean, genuinely.
And then I watched about 30 of the episodes.
I mean, I'll say the show isn't as enjoyable as the games.
Well, no,
that's
because
been universal. I mean, the games have been the thing. But nonetheless, and then finally, Kiawe, he's the Sasuke of the group. Fortunately, a little bit better than traditional Sasuke's. Still a bit iffy, but I think he has potential.
Well, I mean, he's the fire gym guy.
I mean,
so
he did
has
have
to be the hot-headed
He
one.
did have my favorite moment of the entire show thus far, Shaun.
Oh?
He had BDSM Charizard.
Okay.
Which is just
Hold on.
astounding of a thing.
Okay.
In all my years, I never thought I would see BDSM Charizard.
Remington, I know you haven't played Sun and Moon, but in the Alola region, HMs aren't a thing. And they use ride Pokemon to get around.
He's riding that Charizard, all right.
Yes, in the literal sense.
Oh, yeah.
Remington, we do not condone Pokemon fucking on this show.
I don't, but the show might. I'm just saying, what messages these sending to children?
Remington, you cannot make these jokes. They are clearly between the ages of 11 and 19. We can't make these jokes. They might not be adults.
But there's 2 possible years in which they are adults, and so these jokes are fine.
I'm not.
And Kiawe, definitely, he's an adult. He is 100% 18 or 19, so these jokes are fine.
Nah, he's probably just like 16 or 15. It's anime logic, man. You can't apply pure logic to these things. There's
a 20% chance that this is fine, so I'm going to say it's fine. Besides, I wasn't the one who designed BDSM Charizard, so why am I the one to blame here?
It's just wearing a saddle, Remington.
Yeah! A very BDSM saddle.
Does that make all horses BDSM horses?
No, because they aren't wearing BDSM saddles. But when I strap you up in a saddle, obviously I have lewd intentions, Shaun.
I'll be honest, Rem, I thought we weren't going to talk about that on the show. That was one time. We were in college.
Well, yeah, I mean, you forced my hand, okay? I was all down to keep it nice and quiet, but I feel like I didn't have a choice.
That's what I get for spurring you on.
Oh God. So yeah, that's my thoughts on all of the side characters. Then you have the other people of the school. You have the teacher, professor dude, not
Kukui.
yeah. Who's fine.
Oh, he's great.
He seems neat.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite Pokemon professors, honestly.
Yeah, he seems solid. I don't have too many thoughts on him other than that.
Yeah.
And then you have Blackface Oak.
Okay, first of all, you can't say that. This is a good, healthy Christian podcast, Remington.
I don't know, man.
Okay, you do realize that family members can look like other family members, right? That's kind of how family works.
100%, but
he's also a native of Alola, which is, a native island place, and he is Professor Oak's cousin.
But we all know it's just Blackface Oak. My summary of this kid's show is blackface and BDSM. So that's where I'm going into this from.
God, is this the part where I mentioned I saved the files as Pokemon S&M?
Bloody perfect. But I will also say Blackface Oak is like the Shaun character of this show.
Wait, what are you trying to say, Remington?
He just keeps doing a bunch of sort of funny but mostly awkward Pokemon impersonations. And they're charming to a degree, but also a little bit cringy. And I think that just represents you well. And that was more flattering in my mind. But
nothing ever is with you.
It's charming, Shaun. It's charming.
Yeah, I just feel like you could have executored that better.
Oh, God. Oh, fuck. I don't know what's worse, the adult themes of this show or your terrible puns. But
people come for both.
Nonetheless, it proves my point. You also have the Pokemon in it were fine as always. The Team Rocket, I think, was pretty solid, except for James's voice, which I don't like. But other than that, solid.
You do realize that that has been James's voice actor since 2006, right?
Yeah, but it's different than when I was a kid, so fuck you.
You mean the 4Kids dub?
Sure.
With jelly donuts?
Yeah, though, like very flamboyant, definitely not flaming homosexual James. That's my James.
Did you ever know that there was an episode of the original Pokemon series that was banned in America, actually? Primarily by 4Kids, because 4Kids was a pox upon humanity. And the only thing slightly redeemable was their Pokemon dub.
Yeah.
No, there was one episode where there was a swimsuit contest involved, and James cross-dressed and had some rockin' tits.
See, and now you're yelling at me for talking about BDSM Charizard, but now James has rockin' tits. I'm just saying, maybe Pokemon has more themes than we all previously suspected.
Look, that was in the early 2000s. It was a different time period. We can't just bring BDSM into the Pokemon universe. That'd be like putting guns in the Pokemon universe. Oh, wait, there are. 4Kids got rid of those too.
Yep.
If you can tell, I'm a little salty about 4Kids, even after all these years.
I did really like what they were doing. They introduced Mimikyu, and...
Sorry, don't you mean Mimikyu?
Oh, yeah, Mimikyu, which is bullshit pronunciation. So Mimikyu, they introduced, and I actually really like the stuff they had of Mimikyu. Basically, it's just a little adorable psychopath.
I mean, yeah.
And it sides with Team Rocket, which I thought was a nice change, and it fucks up everyone. And there was a very non-Pokemon-esque nightmare sequence with Meowth, because Team Rocket's Meowth tries to get like a peek under the skirt of Mimikyu. And that's how I'm going to choose to phrase that. And he sees the eternal darkness inside, which is one hell of a metaphor. And which also, coincidentally, is how Shaun and I met when he peeked up my skirt and saw the eternal darkness inside. And
you really need a shave down there, man.
And so then there's this nightmare sequence, which first of all started with being like, hey, look, it's the fuckable Pokemon, which was weird.
Do you remember which Pokemon those were?
Right. Wait. There was obviously Gardevoir, because Gardevoir is...
That was like the prime fuckable Pokemon back in the day.
It's like, dude, you can't even Google Gardevoir. Then there, let me see if I remember its name. Lopunny?
Yes.
Lopunny, which also just not safe for work Pokemon. Don't search that on DeviantArt.
Yeah, or it's basically Space Jam, but Pokemon.
It really is. And then the third one, I can't remember what the third one was.
It was a bit of a curveball. Not your traditional fuckable Pokemon. But apparently it's what Meowth is into. It was a Glaceon.
Oh, yeah, Glaceon, which makes sense for Meowth. Probably also don't search that with safe search off. But then you go into this weird nightmare psychedelic sequence that, don't get me wrong, was good. It was interesting, but it was not Pokemon, like, at all.
I don't know, man.
It had Pokemon, but other than that, like, thematically and stylistically, it strongly diverged, which I enjoyed, but was so weird.
Well, haven't you read the Pokedex entries, man? They get into some dark and freaky shit.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't actually show that freaky shit usually.
I wish it did.
Oh, see? Death Note Pokemon, I'm telling you, Shaun.
Look, as a ghost type fanboy, I love reading those Pokedex entries.
Like, just imagine, like, you got a trainer who's just happy-go-lucky until he meets goddamn Darkrai, and then Darkrai holds him hostage and makes him do horrible acts with his Pokemon. That'd be neat. That'd be interesting. Nonetheless, overall, what I've learned here is that Pokemon is trying to be more fuckable than I remember. Like, I don't know. That's...
Why is this our most sexually charged episode, Remington? It's not supposed to be this way. I can hear the sirens in the distance.
I'm not to blame. It's not me. It's the show, god damn it.
Are you sure, Remington? Are you sure you're not the one having these fantasies?
I'm not the one strapping Charizard up in leather. And whether or not that awakened something in me is another matter entirely.
I did notice you did recently get a new picture of Machoke hanging up in your room, which was a very... very interesting choice. Most people go for Machamp.
Nah, see, I want them to be handsome, not a handful, all right? That's how I like my men.
Unfortunately, you're going to get a handful either way. They say you can sleep, with your cute little tiny Pokemon. Like sleeping with Pikachu, that's cute. But if you start sleeping with your Machoke, then I've got some problems.
Machoke me, daddy.
Oh, See, it's not good when you do it either, Rem.
Well, we have diverged.
This is why we have a disclaimer on our Pokemon episode.
We've gone down a dark path. If this was your first episode and you thought, well, I really like this is you because you're unfortunately way too young because you are super into Pokemon, and you're like,
we have the explicit tag for a reason.
and you ignored that. We know how much of our audience is not adults. We know how many of you there are, and it disturbs us. But you're like, oh, I really like Pokemon. But this is actually very similar to my Shaun voice, so I apologize.
Okay, hey.
I really like Pokemon. Let's check it out. Oh, this should be interesting. Let's hear that. Wait a minute. And then you search on DeviantArt for things you really shouldn't.
Remington, I don't want to dissuade you, but your child/Shaun impression sounds like Mickey Mouse is being choked by a Machoke.
And that's how I've always pictured.
Oh, good. So it is you seeing all the BDSM stuff. You're even projecting it onto me.
I've projected it onto you since day one, Shaun. That's the foundation of this relationship.
It does explain all the dildos I keep getting in the mail.
But yeah, so overall, my thoughts, the show, it's fine. I think that I personally, it's not something that wildly excites me. It's a fine kids show.
I disagree. Apparently it does excite you.
It has its flaws, like characters aren't deep, story isn't deep, it's Pokemon. What do you expect? It's a kids show. If you are expecting it not to be a kids show, you will be disappointed, except by some elements. But plot-wise, you'll be disappointed. That being said, if you go in knowing it's a kids show, yeah, it'll be fine. It's Pokemon. What do you expect?
And who knows, maybe by the time you get to the 160th episode, there is a good story going on.
Well, yeah, maybe if you're willing to commit that much.
Yeah, would you like me to spoil something about this Pokemon anime for you, Rem?
I'm fine with it. I don't know if our listeners are fine with it.
Maybe I won't this time, though. But let's just say that Ash has done something that we never thought he was capable of doing in this series.
Well,
and I'll just leave that to your imagination, I guess.
Well,
in over 20 years of Pokemon, it's the first time he's ever actually done something like this, which is honestly amazing, and really it's about time. But unfortunately, Rem, it'll take some time before we can... Actually, in a lot of ways. Especially since he did Serena a bad in the last one, but that's fine.
Oh, okay.
Look, I may or may not have seen the X and Y series all the way through just because I was curious. I thought maybe it would happen in that series, and it didn't. But I'm not salty about it.
This has taken many turns. I don't even. What are we reviewing this week, Shaun? I've lost track.
Remington, we're talking about our personal fetishes this week. Actually,
of course. That's what I thought. Good.
Yeah.
Then my notes are correct.
For once, I'd love to have a conversation about Pokemon that doesn't lead straight to fetish territory.
I don't know if that's possible. I mean, to be fair, and I don't mean this to sound bad towards Pokemon, because I like Pokemon, but there ain't a lot to discuss about it. You all know Pokemon. We aren't going to give you any amazing new revelations.
Well, Remington, I feel like we can't end our episode without a pure controversy from you then, because I was expecting some kind of controversy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is Kiawe is fucking his Charizard not enough for you? Is that not
alleged?
See,
it's still out to trial.
There's the controversy.
But I want to have you spark a controversy, Remington.
Oh, okay.
Let's make this straightforward. What do you think is the most adorable Pokemon?
At all? Ever?
Ever.
Oh, fuck. Well, Shaun, I've never admitted this to any Shaun.
Okay.
However, I think that you are the cutest Pokemon, and it's been a struggle for me to admit that to myself, but that is the conclusion that I've come.
Remington,
yep.
Does that mean you want to put me in your balls?
Saddle you up, baby.
Oh, God. 2 tickets to hell, please. Expedited shipping.
Oh. Well, this is what this episode's turned into, so enjoy.
This was a podcast.
One thing can be said. This was a podcast, and it was about Pokemon.
Look on the bright side. After this, nobody will listen to us ever again. We don't have to worry about this shit anymore.
I think, at very least, our 0 to 17 demographic, because they're all lumped together, that'll at least take a hit, which, let's face it, that is not the demographic we're going for. Thanks for listening.
Yeah,
way too many of you, because there are literally hundreds of you. We know this, but at the same time, maybe you're a bit young.
Yeah, can't you guys just do normal kid things like something. Don't actually do that.
You know, the healthy stuff.
Don't actually do that. Oh God, Dylan, just censor that, please. Anime out of context does not endorse or anything like that. Because we're adults and we can't kids.
Oh, here we are.
So, Remington, before this devolves into any more madness, I have to ask, do you want to go watch some more Pokemon Sun and Moon with me sometime?
I mean, it's a fine show, but I'd rather play the games.
I might let you borrow Sword and Shield, see how you feel about it
Perfect.
afterwards. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. If you enjoy the controversial claims of a sexual deviant, then please leave a review on whatever podcasting platform you listen on, whether that be Apple Podcasts, Podbean, Stitcher, Spotify, or if you really want to help us grow, word of mouth is the best way to do it.
And if you would like to send us feedback, whether it's a comment, question, shit.
You fucked it up much like the
did.
Charizard.
And if you'd like to contact us directly, whether it is a comment, question, feedback, or recommendation, then you can either tweet us at AnimeConPod on Twitter or send us an email over on at animeoutofcontext@gmail.com.
Once again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and as always, don't fuck your Charizard.